Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And once again, this persistent weather forecast continues here in north central Washington. Absolutely gorgeous shot looking down from number 1 canyon. Number 2 canyon, number 1. All right, number 1 canyon looking down at Wenatchee and lots of blue sky out there. We started off with some foggy conditions this morning. That burned off, and then just a nice day all over north central Washington, as I mentioned. And I'll tell you what, don't expect big changes in our weather because we're expecting more of the same. Here's our extended forecast released by the National Weather Service yesterday, and that's the outlook for November 12th through the 18th. And yeah, notice the map on the left. That's temperatures 50s and a few 60s for Washington through that time frame. So not much change there and not much precipitation at all. Most of that to our east in Montana and parts of the Dakotas. So this persistence weather pattern will continue, and we'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. An East Wenatchee tobacco merchant is accused of illicitly selling cannabis vape cartridges to an undercover liquor control officer last year. A group of Wenatchee Valley fruit growers withdrew a federal lawsuit this week that challenged the federal pay rate for farm workers. And one of the suspects in a burglary and police pursuit last Friday in Moses Lake was arrested again Sunday after he was found hiding in a washing machine. But first, we begin tonight. Wenatchee police say one 15-year-old boy accidentally wounded another with a gunshot on Halloween night, then tried to pass it off as a random attack. One of the boys was allegedly playing with the loaded handgun in a bedroom, and when he worked the slide, the gun went off. The two boys then left the house and called police from the area of Peachy Street and South Highland Drive, initially saying they'd been shot at while trick-or-treating. Investigators recovered a bullet fragment from the bedroom, but said they couldn't find the handgun. The injury to the boy's shoulder was not serious, but the boy who shot him faces possible charges of assault and unlawful firearms possession. A third boy, age 14, was arrested for allegedly possessing the weapon. Well, an East Wenatchee tobacco merchant is accused of illicitly selling cannabis vape cartridges to an undercover liquor control officer last year. Ahmed Sarameh, a 34-year-old Wenatchee man, allegedly sold $780 worth of marijuana extract in the April 28th sting operation, even though his shop, Kanzaman Tobacco and Gifts in the Wenatchee Valley Mall, isn't licensed for cannabis sales. Douglas County prosecutors charged Sarameh last month with delivery of a controlled substance. He's due to be arraigned 2 weeks from now. The Kanzaman shop has not been penalized by the state's Liquor and Cannabis Board. Well, a group of Wenatchee Valley fruit growers withdrew a federal lawsuit this week that challenged the federal pay rate for farm workers. McDougall & Sons and Columbia Fruit Packers joined a Yakima fruit company in September to sue over U.S. Department of Labor standards, which raised the minimum wage in July for many orchard workers from $15.03 to $16 an hour. Growers said the new pay scale was based on inaccurate calculations and worried it would unfairly raise their costs for the 2019 apple harvest. But that harvest is now all but over, and the plaintiffs did not get an injunction they were seeking to keep the minimum wage at its lower level. Well, one of the suspects in a burglary and pursuit last Friday in Moses Lake was arrested again Sunday after he was found hiding in a washing machine. Moses Lake police say 30-year-old Tim Riggins of Moses Lake was with Kevin Beamish on Friday when a reported burglary turned into a 20-minute car chase. Beamish was arrested after spike strips disabled the van he was driving. Meanwhile, Riggins broke out a window on that vehicle and ran. He was caught but not booked into jail because of injuries he suffered, police said. On Sunday, he reportedly threatened and robbed a woman and stole her car. After police later spotted him in the Gateway Estates neighborhood, Riggins ran into an acquaintance's house. They found Riggins hiding in a washing machine. Police said, quote, "This was not as difficult as it seems, as the washing machine had a see-through lid," unquote. Riggins' new Rexwell, that's the dog, having been bitten twice by that dog in a September arrest, and this time he wanted no part of the animal. After his arrest, police reported finding 3 homemade explosive devices, and the Richland bomb squad was then called in. Riggins faces numerous charges. Coming up next, the Chelan County Port District is making a major investment in the future development of Wenatchee's Warehouse District. Ramon Rivera, the celebrated director of Wenatchee School District's mariachi program, is stepping down. And a reminder tonight, if you want to vote into today's election, you need to turn your ballot in by 8 p.m. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging and Adult Care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Travel enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Welcome back. In another news, the Chelan County Port District is making a major investment in the future development of Wenatchee's Warehouse District. Port commissioners today gave the green light to proceed with the purchase of Lineage Logistics South Campus. That's properties for $4.5 million. The purchase includes several old fruit storage buildings. The port intends to divide into smaller parcels that could be marketed for private sale and development. Commissioner Rory Turner said the property's location between downtown Wenatchee and the riverfront presents a lot of exciting opportunities for private development.
I'm very passionate about this because this is what I just love doing. But when you look at these little buildings, Building E, Building D, Building C, these are small 5,000 square foot buildings. You price those at our cost, whatever that is, and I do think we need to have a common parking lot because you can't divide parking, I don't think. But then you have these small users that can step in and for a couple $100,000, they get a warehouse on Columbia Street, and there's another brewery or a furniture manufacturer or a performance art folks or an entertainment district or a trampoline because of the the height. It's the stuff that we don't have in our town right now. This is the opportunity to do that, and I think this is just Jim's ideas and staff. This is brilliant. This is good stuff because we can get this into private sector, not only investment grade private sector, but end users.
The port intends to work with the city to determine a shared vision for that property. It's also possible that the port will retain ownership of 1 or 2 buildings for use as private business incubators. The next step will involve an environmental cleanup assessment. Meanwhile, the Lineage Logistics North Campus property on Worthen Street will remain on the market for sale. Ramon Rivera, the celebrated director of Wenatchee School District's mariachi program, is stepping down. Rivera said in a letter to parents and students that his attention needs to be with his family right now. Eddie Cortez, the assistant director, will take over Rivera's classes. Rivera started the mariachi program in 2005 and has gained national renown for Mariachi Wenatchee, the advanced class. They performed at numerous high-profile events throughout the country, including including at a Garth Brooks concert at the state and national capitals, and most recently at a festival in Fairbanks, Alaska. A reminder tonight, if you want to vote in today's election, you need to turn your ballot in by 8 p.m. The off-year election features several races for mayor in north central Washington cities, including East Wenatchee, Leavenworth, and Chelan. In addition, numerous school board seats will be decided, as will 2 issues on the statewide ballot. Ballots can be taken to the county courthouse or one of several drop box locations. As of Monday, Chelan County Auditor Skip Moore said only 22% of the ballots mailed out had been returned, but the pace was picking up. Douglas County Elections officials report similar numbers. We'll be posting election results tonight on our website, ncwlife.com, and we'll have a full report on tomorrow's newscast. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator, and that's a good thing for everyone's future. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Only one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Now in its 10th year, Wenatchee's Town Toyota Center has had its ups and downs financially, but according to Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz, as of late, the current financial situation at the TTC is solid. Here's more in a conversation I had with the mayor late last week.
The Town Toyota Center got refinanced about a little bit over 7 years ago. They got a 2/10 tax increase from the city, a 1/10 from the region, went out and repaid off bonds. Ever since then, obviously taxes have increased in our region as the communities continue to grow, so we've seen some good tax revenues. So a couple things have happened is obviously we continue to make the payments to the bondholders, and that's all been well and good. The city, during the first 2 or 3 years of operation, had loaned the Town Toyota Center some $5.5 million. As of about 4 weeks ago, that's been paid off. So the city's been fully reimbursed the $5.5 million that it loaned the facility. So now the facility is going forward, and it will continue to sort of accumulate some of this additional tax revenue. It will have to sit in a fund to pay off the bonds. So as I've said this a 3 times, you know, we did 30-year bonds, but most likely if things continue the way they're going, they'd probably be paid off in 20 years or so as the tax revenue around the area has gone up. The other thing we continue to get is the .033, which is a rebate from the state of Washington. That money has been used to cover operating losses. The facility's never going to make money, and that is now, that .033 is around $1 million a year. So it covers operational losses, and then we set the difference aside in savings accounts. So we've got over $1 million in the savings account, $1.2 million or so, which is good because when the scoreboard went out, that was a $650,000 or so redo.
Which we talked about here on the news, yeah.
So to redo all the ribbon boards and all that. So we were excited that we had the money set aside to be able to literally write a check for that. The concerns we go forward is, these chillers and the things that make the ice cold, we maintain them according to the manufacturers, all that sort of stuff. We're doing the best we can. Yet, if those go, that's $1 million or more, $2 million.
All of these things are unbelievably expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, and the roof is in good shape and some of those sorts of things. So the building is over 10 years old now, and so we're starting to see what a 10-year-old building looks like. We're doing the best we can to set aside money for future stuff, and so I think the fact that we have the money for the scoreboard is, I think, a good sign, and we're just continuing to how to work our way through it.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Before we get to those details, let's take a beautiful look outside our weather window today, coming down from number 1 Canyon in the Wenatchee area, looking down at the beautiful Wenatchee Valley. Lots of clear skies out there. After that foggy start to our morning, mainly along the Columbia River, but there was fog around. It burned off, and then a beautiful day. Temperatures about where they should be for this time of year. Temperatures today unofficially, look at that, 54 degrees, so about 5 degrees above normal, which is now only at 49 degrees. 35 is our normal low. We started off at a cold 30 degrees, but boy, we picked up those 24 degrees and got to a beautiful 54, but that's still 10 degrees below our record high, which is set back in 2012 of 64. Record low, a chilly 14 in 1973. Sunrise now at 6:50. Sun will set tonight at a very early 4:38. Let's take a look at how our Wednesday will shape up. Hump day, midweek throughout North Central Washington. It looks pretty nice out there once again. As I mentioned at the top of the newscast, if you joined us at the start of the news, not much change in our weather forecast. And you can see by these temperatures tomorrow, 54, Moses Lake, Ephrata, Wenatchee, Quincy as well, Cashmere, Lake Wenatchee, a little cooler, of course, at 43 degrees, and about 53 up in Omak. So those are the kind of temperatures that we've been seeing for about the last week or so. And as we get to our surface loop, not going to show you a whole lot of change either. Tonight, clear skies, northwest breeze and cool. Here's that huge area of low pressure spinning out in the Pacific, but with this blocking area of high pressure just over the Pacific Northwest, nothing can move in. Everything is moving up and over the backside of that ridge and then down into Montana and the Dakotas. For tomorrow, sunny skies. It will be calm and mild with temperatures well into the mid-50s, maybe even some upper 50s on Wednesday. Our temperatures will take a little bit of a dip on Thursday as a weak cold front. That's it right there, moves through the state. So mostly cloudy for Thursday. We're not talking a big temperature change, mainly down into the lower 50s, and then we'll warm right back up on Friday. Cloudy skies and mild. Those are just some high clouds, the dark gray. Still some storminess off to our northwest. But I'll tell you what, with this high pressure over us, we are not going to see any of that. Just some mostly cloudy skies for Saturday. And look at this, some 60s even in the Tri-Cities area for Saturday. Moses Lake, you may flirt with 60 degrees as well, and maybe even a little bit warmer than that on Sunday. Partly cloudy skies. We will stay with much warmer temperatures than normal, as I showed you, only at 49 degrees. We could be as much as 10 degrees over that on Sunday. For your Veterans Day on Monday, things look nice as well. Hope you have the day off and get outside and enjoy it. Mostly sunny and mild. Once again, temperatures statewide anywhere from about 55 to 65 degrees. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. Tonight, 35 degrees for our overnight low, 54 for Wednesday. I mentioned a dip in our temperatures for Thursday. Thursday, it will be cooler at 50 degrees, but that's still a tick above where we should be for normal highs. 55 then for Friday, and look at that temperature on Saturday, 58, 56 for Sunday. And as I mentioned, many folks will have the day off for the holiday Monday. High temperature then at 54 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Some jobs are a calling. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At GISA Credit Union, we help you support local firefighters. With every purchase you make with a GISA Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select firefighter organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the GISA Firefighters Affinity debit card.
Are the rumors true, Corey?
Yes, they are, and you're going to love what we're doing at Sangster Buick GMC. Hi, Corey Sangster with a special offer. $49 down delivers. At Sangster Buick GMC, just $49 down and you're driving the vehicle of your dreams. Save thousands with below-market financing during our year-end closeout. Yes, the rumors are true. Just $49 down delivers. Choose your vehicle and compare equipment, price, and warranty at Sangster Buick GMC or online at sangstermotors.com. Where caring about your family brings you back to ours.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. It's playoff time for most of the fall leagues around the state, including right here in North Central Washington. We'll start with the soccer schedule for tonight. The District 6 1A tournament, also known as the Caribou Trail League, will finish off its playoff tonight in Cashmere, where it will be a battle of the Bulldogs with Okanagan in town. Kickoff in the loser-out game is set for 5 o'clock. The CWAC tournament shifts to Quincy's Jackrabbit Stadium for 2 games tonight. In the first contest at 5 o'clock, it's Othello and Ephrata playing a seeding game. The winner will be the number 3 seed, the loser number 4 to the glue crossover with the Great Northern Lake. Ellensburg and Sela face off at 7 o'clock for the district championship, with both going to state. Meanwhile, in the District 6 4A tournament, it's a stay alive game for Moses Lake at home tonight against Eisenhower. That's at 6 o'clock. The winner will advance to face the winner of today's West Valley Davis game. Wenatchee and Eastmont wait to play for the district championship coming up tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Wildcat Stadium. We'll have that game on our NCWLIFE channel with following the local news at 6:30. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen will have your play-by-play. It's also volleyball playoff time. Eastmont will host Davis in a District 6 4A play-in game tonight. It's at 6 o'clock at Eastmont's gym. The other play-in game features Eisenhower and Moses Lake. The winners of tonight's games play each other at West Valley High School Saturday at noon. That's also when Wenatchee will face the Rams for the district championship. Quincy will take on Ephrata in the 2A District CWAC tournament. That's tonight in Ellensburg. The play-in game is underway now. Winner will face Ellensburg at 7 o'clock while the losers season is over. Central Washington 2B tournament continues at Brewster. Waterville Mansfield faces Liberty Bell now, and then that's for 3rd and 4th. The district championship between Lake Roosevelt and Brewster comes your way at 7. Finally, regular season comes to an end in Cashmere tonight for the Caribou Trail League as the Bulldogs host Cascade. The game starts at 6:30 with the winner going on to the district tournament. Wenatchee High School Saturday to face Omak. Chelan and Okanagan face off for the district championship Saturday at 3. Well, we're getting just what we hoped for Thursday with a bridge of sportsmanship between Eastmont and Wenatchee. It's a battle of two top teams in the Big Nine with a league championship on the line. It's just like last year, only reversed, with Eastmont needing a win to force a three-way playoff with Wenatchee and Sunnyside. Eastmont coach Michael Don is happy to be able to finally focus on their Cross River rival.
What a great opportunity. You can't ask for any more. It's basically the reverse of last year, where we're both coming in. We've got the one loss in league and they don't, and if we win, we force the three-way tie. Last year we were able to take care of business and get the one berth, and this year another great opportunity to play a really good football team with some really good skilled players. This game's always close no matter what. I don't think it's been, since I've been here now 4 years, this game's been within 5 points every year. It doesn't matter who's playing better at that time. It just seems to always come down to the wire, and we're expecting a slugfest, and we're excited. The kids are going to have a lot of fun. I think the atmosphere here is going to be great, and I think if somebody stays home to watch it on TV, no offense, they're missing out on a great atmosphere. This is going to be a fun place. This place is going to be rocking.
When we spoke with Wenatchee coach Scott Devereaux before the season began, he said Eastmont would be the team to knock off.
I think you got to put Eastmont still up there at the top. They won it last year, and until someone knocks them down a notch, then that's where they should be. Their offense, the wing tee, I think some teams in our league maybe haven't figured out quite how to defend it yet. I think we do a pretty good job with that. But so, when you look at the overall Big Nine, I like our chances. I think we've matured a lot, and we just got to get to the league healthy and ready to roll.
Sunnyside is that team that edged Eastmont this year to create the scenario for Thursday night. Now, if Wenatchee wins, they're the Big Nine champs, that is, with the number 1 seed to state, and Sunnyside would be number 2. Now, if Eastmont wins, that forces a 3-way playoff Saturday in Moses Lake. We will have our extended pregame show Thursday, 6:30. Join Grant and me for that. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. By the way, fans, you can buy tickets early at the athletic office of Eder High School. Well, Seahawks kicker Jason Myers came under the scrutiny of fans Sunday when he missed 2 field goals and an extra point in Seattle's overtime win over Tampa Bay. His second miss could have ended the game in regulation. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll said Monday that he, his staff, and the entire team are behind Myers all the way. Carroll says he thinks he needs to work more on mechanical consistency.
So I always go back to the mechanics of it. He's always, there's things that he wants to be really precise about. He's such a good practice guy, and his drilling and his reps and his mentality and his consistency is so good that it's like, that's why we talk like we talk, because we know what he does on a daily basis. And so I think it's just turning the corner and hitting a better percentage of every in all facets of what he's doing. Why it went that way in one game, I don't know. But the body of work has been really otherwise, and so we're counting on him to come right back to his strength.
Seattle prepares to travel to Santa Clara Monday to face the undefeated San Francisco 49ers on national television. We'll have more on the Niners and what Carroll thinks of them coming up tomorrow. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Tomorrow, of course, will be the day after Election Day. We will have complete results of all the local races and the statewide initiatives that you registered voters will be deciding on later on today. We'll have that for you tomorrow. Plus, my conversation with Paul Atwood, directing the Wenatchee School District All-District musical called Matilda, and the 2 leads playing the title role of Matilda. They'll be on the show tomorrow as well, plus your chance to win Wenatchee Wild tickets. Join me Wednesday right here live from Studio 4 in downtown Wenatchee. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
I'm Carol Andre with Wenatchee Parks and Recreation, and you're watching the NCWLIFE channel.